Like, that is so disgusting to me what this country has become, and I'm only 23 years old. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Had to switch it up a little bit. We are in my car and I'm leaving Walmart, but I just wanted to talk to y'all. Like I told y'all, I'm trying to make more videos, so some of the videos that I'm gonna be doing now are gonna be in the car. Oh, that looks like it's shaking a lot. Anyway, so I'm just gonna be doing a SheSpeaks segment as I make my way back to the house, and I'm just gonna touch a little bit on this whole Brett Kavanaugh case that's going on. Now, from what I know, Brett Kavanaugh has been nominated to the Supreme Court. Somebody just retired. I don't know who it was, but I believe it was like the swing vote on the Supreme Court. So if you don't know, the Supreme Court has 9 justices. I believe that the Republican Party has had the majority in the Supreme Court for a while now. But the Supreme Court isn't supposed to be partisan. It's supposed to be you know, pretty non-biased. Their job is to just make sure that politicians and the law, and like not necessarily just politicians, but like the law is upheld according to the Constitution. They're not supposed to be playing for sides. Like, they're not supposed to be Democratic or Republican. That's not supposed to skew their practice. But there are some justices, obviously, that lean more towards liberal views and then more towards conservative views, and both of those categories are typically associated with the Democratic and Republican Party respectively. So right now the conservative or Republican Party has a majority in the Supreme Court. So what that means is, right now in this political climate, Republicans are really trying to overturn Roe versus Wade, and a lot of people have been talking about that in particular. And Brett Kavanaugh, he is extremely conservative. So if he gets put up on the Supreme Court in another case involving abortions and women's health rights comes up to the Supreme Court, he is definitely, they have enough votes to overturn Roe versus Wade. Now that's dangerous, because Roe versus Wade, even if you don't agree with abortions, I don't think that it's something that the government should be involved in. Like, that's a personal decision, you know, and on top of that, there are no women on these committees that are making these decisions about women's health rights and things like that. I just think it's really dumb that men are sitting up here trying to create rules for women, and they don't go through any of the things that we have to deal with. Like, why would you try to take away birth control? And it's crazy, because when that rich white little boy gets a girl pregnant, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna pay the girl off. It never happened, you know. Y'all gonna wish abortions were legal then. That's for real. But yeah, so with this whole situation with Brett Kavanaugh, I think that it is interesting that well, I'm not really surprised that he is somebody that has a similar personality to Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump is a sexual predator. Yes, I said it. Come at me, MAGA hat wearing people. Come at me if you want to. I really don't care. I said what I said. Donald Trump is a sexual predator. And I believe Brett Kavanaugh is a sexual predator. I believe Dr. Ford, that's the lady that has come forward and testified about Brett Kavanaugh attempting to rape her when they were teenagers. Now, a lot of people are saying, why did she come forward, you know, so late, all these years later, you know? if you've never been in that situation, it's really hard to talk about, especially, you could tell, like, with the environment and the climate that we have now and how she's getting received now. Like, people are not believing her, they're calling her a liar and things like that, and that's a really sensitive thing that people go through. And so when you come and you make yourself vulnerable in front of the world like she's doing, and basically know that it's going to ruin the rest of your life, because you know you're going to have people out here that call you a liar and things like that, you know, it's scary, you know, like, nobody really wants to put themselves in a situation where they feel like they're not going to be believed, especially with the patriarchal system that we have now. It's like, men are in control of all of this stuff, and so it's like, if men are over here being the ones that are being the deciding factors in these cases, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to side with the woman. They're going to side with one of their bros, their little another man, and believe him. And then what happens? People keep getting away with these sexual assaults in this rape culture that's pretty much been bred in the United States of America. Like, that's just what it is right now. So hopefully they don't push him through. I know that the Republican Party is, like, really trying to push this for the Roe versus Wade, like I said earlier, but I just think the fact that there's so much drama going on with this dude, period, should just be disqualifying on its own. Like, it's ridiculous how now the government is like a reality TV show. Like, all of this stuff that's going on, but in the same breath, I do feel like it's coming at a good time, because my generation and the generation after me, now we're getting interested in politics. Now we want to know what's going on. We're going to go out here and vote now, because it's entertaining, so that'll draw us in. But then once it clicks, and then we start realizing, oh, this is real life, this isn't just a TV show, it's not a game, we're going to go out and do something about it. So I think in that aspect, if you look at it like that, it's good. Hopefully in November, the House and basically Congress as a whole gets turned over. We need a blue wave, because there's no separation of power going on here. I feel like, I just think it's really unequal. Like, voices aren't being heard. I was watching a documentary the other day that basically said that big companies and their lobbying power overpower the voices of the American people now. So it doesn't matter if we vote or we donate to certain candidates and things like that. At the end, the big corporations that are lobbying for their interests, that's all that matters. So I find that to be really ridiculous. I think there was a law in place that made it illegal for big corporations to donate to candidates, but I think that the Republicans recently overturned that. So it's kind of like they're really just ripping the whole United States apart. It's ridiculous, and we're watching it fall apart in front of our eyes. It's really sad to see. I know I'm not the only one out here that is scared. I'm scared for myself. I'm scared for my boyfriend, as he is a black man in the United States, and these gun laws that they have, and how the police are. I am scared for my future children, because whoever gets the Supreme Court seat next, they're going to decide what is going to happen to us for the rest of my life. Like, this is not a joke, you guys. This is not a joke at all. The Supreme Court is a big deal. This isn't somebody that can just get elected out and they stay in there for like 4 years. They are in there for as long as they want to be in there. They're like lifetime appointments. So whoever gets in here next, right now there's 4 Republican or 4 conservative justices, and there are 4 liberal justices. And I know that the next person that's going to get put in there is going to be more conservative leaning, but I just want the person to be somebody that's like either or, you know what I mean? I don't think there should be a majority. Like, that's the thing that's like really blowing me. Why is there a majority in the Supreme Court? You're just supposed to be interpreting the Constitution. You're not supposed to be making rulings in the interest of certain parties. Like, that is so disgusting to me what this country has become. And I'm only 23 years old, so for me to say that it's disgusting and I've only been here for 23 years says something. All right, I'm just gonna stop it there. I don't want to keep these videos too long, so you guys let me know what you think about this whole Brett Kavanaugh situation and the Supreme Court and all of that. How do you guys feel? Do you guys believe Dr. Ford? Do you think she's lying? I personally think that Brett Kavanaugh is lying because of the way he reacted when they were, I'll say, interviewing, because this is really a job interview. So the way that they were interviewing him, how he was acting, he was screaming, you know what I mean? Then he started crying. It's like, come on, guy. Like, if she was like, I can understand being frustrated, but you need to hold it together. You know, if you have any type of emotional reaction like that, that's like asking your guy if he cheated on you and he starts maxing out. He's guilty. Like, that's it. It's a wrap. Like, that's really how I feel about it. So y'all let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Make sure you guys thumbs the video up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. And always remember, anything is possible, but as long as you believe it's possible. And yeah, Slay Baddie hair, I don't have a wig on right now, but the sale is still going on. 15% off of everything. Homecoming sale. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video.